I'm Daphne Anderson, and I want to say Happy Mother's Day to my mother. She is such an amazing woman and such a strong woman that I've been so blessed to have in my life to raise me, to teach me things, to just show me who I can be and who I really am from her point of view. I love you so much, mommy. I don't have words to explain it to you, but please know that you are exactly what I want to be when I age, and I pray that I age as gracefully as you have. And if you already don't know and haven't seen us in action, please believe me when I tell you that the apple did not fall far from the tree. The apple was actually hand given to me by my mother, Jeanette Rollison. Thank you. I love you, mommy. Mwah.
Hello. So my favorite memory of my mother would be during the summertime growing up, we'd go swimming at night all the time, every day. We'd always go night swimming because my mom hated swimming during the daytime and it was just super uncomfortable because she'd always get sunburned and there was always a lot of people at the pool. So she'd always rather go at night after dinner and we'd just swim there when no one else was there and just have a bunch of fun time. And she'd bring snacks and we'd often go out for dessert right after and stuff. So that's probably my favorite memory of my mom growing up.
My favorite moment with my godmom is when she would have all the god kids over, and just all the kids would be at the house and we would just all hang out and have like a real big sleepover, or we would all go to the park, or we would just all go hang out. And it was just really sweet how she was able to love all of us individually and all different. She always knew exactly what each of us needed. And even though she's not like my birth mom, it was just always as if God would put on her heart how to love me and what I needed in that time. And so those moments are really my favorite, when I get to see her in mom mode or in work mode, and just seeing how she knows how to love others very well and knows how to, act accordingly depending on the situation. My godmom has always had my back. Daphne has always supported me. She has always fought for me. She has always shown me love sometimes when I feel like no one else is there. And I can't be more grateful, honestly. And so I just want to say that I love you and I care about you so much. And I hope that you have a lovely and amazing day. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mommy. Happy Mother's Day, Mommy. I want to wish you a happy Mother's Day. I know it's been over 20 years, but I can't forget the gift that you gave me. Unconditional love, unconditional warmth, learning. You taught me so much that I'll never forget. And I want you to realize that. Come with me, Katie. I want you to realize that with your gift, we have now 4 generations of Hunter women. Can you believe this? 4 generations of Hunter women. For that, I want to thank you. Happy Mother's Day, Mommy.
Happy Mother's Day to basically all the mothers, and especially my mom, both of my grandmothers. But sorry, I got my fan going in the back. One of the, not even one of them, but like all the times that we're all together, it's never boring. It's always something to watch, because we're always doing something. We're always having fun. We're always pretty hyped, and yeah. But we always, we love our mother. We take care of her, even though she's sometimes, mean to us. But shh, don't tell her that. But even though she's sometimes, mean to us, but we love our mom, and we do everything we can to protect her, and we know that she'll protect us too.
Hi, I'm Dr. Greg Greenberg with RX Smile Orthodontics and Frisco Oral Sleep Devices. We're partnering again this year with aMotivatingLove as their corporate sponsor, and we're thrilled to participate. Some of the services that we offer here at Frisco Oral Sleep Devices and RX Smile are braces for adults and children, Invisalign for adults, Invisalign teen, and Invisalign for younger children. Braces, the highest technology passive self-ligating braces. We look to have a good time while we're straightening teeth and creating beautiful smiles. For Frisco Oral Sleep Devices, we offer sleep apnea devices for those that have snoring and sleep apnea problems. If your spouse is elbowing you every night in the ribs and you've got a bruise, it's time to come see me, and let's take care of that for both of you. I look forward to seeing you here at the office for complimentary exams and discussing what we can do for you, both in your smile and in your sleep. Take care.
Happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful mothers out there. And today, I'm going to talk about my wonderful mother right here, Daphne Anderson. I just want to say that she has birthed me and raised me to be an amazing young man. And I just want to thank her for everything she's done in my life. Love you, Mom.
Look, Mom, you have a power that nobody else has on this planet Earth. Undeniable love, care, the attention, the support you gave us, the struggles, the ups and downs. Honestly, I can't say nothing but I love you and I thank you. I appreciate you deeply because there's nobody else on planet Earth who has done what you have done for me in my lifetime. Seriously. All the ups and downs, you help me, you give me advice. You're such a strong woman. And I've seen that from the years of, being your son. And I can't do nothing but appreciate you. So this is a video dedicated to you and all the mothers at AML. Happy Mother's Day.
So Chase, tell us, do you have any special memories from your past Mother's Day?
Yes, I was actually raised by my grandmother, so I have lots of memories with her. Some of them are, most fondly going to church every Sunday and the smell of the food cooking in the kitchen before we left. She would always prepare the night before, and then we'd go to church and there would be oxtails in the slow cooker or a roast in the slow cooker, and we'd come back and it'd just be set and just kind of, swinging on the swing in the backyard and listening to KKDA with her. If you're familiar with KKDA, it's the old station here in Dallas. It's not even around anymore.
No.
But yeah, just being around the house with her. Holidays were always hosted at her house, so it was a joyous time. I definitely appreciate her taking that role for me.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Nothing like a grandmother's love, especially when they have to step up and take that over. Oh my gosh. All the wisdom I'm sure she impacted and imparted on you. Oh my.
Yeah. Even I find myself a lot, because she's gone. She passed away in 2013. And I find myself a lot saying, what would she tell me to do right now? Yes. She was she was nice and would give you the clothes off her back, but she didn't take any mess from anybody.
Gotcha.
So sometimes I find myself maybe being a little too meek, and I say, okay, what would mommy say do? She would tell me XYZ, and that's gonna be the end of it.
I understand.
So I have to take myself back and say, let's what would Jesus do? What would mommy do?
I get it.
What would she say? I have to do that a lot.
I understand. All those grandmothers. Oof, honey.
For Mother's Day, a memory of my mom is that when we were kids, in elementary school, she used to take off the week before Christmas, and we would spend the days decorating the house, putting up lights, decorating the tree, cooking food for Christmas Day. And I really admire my mom because she's really hardworking.
So I feel like my mother is actually one of the most inspiring people that I know, and she's also one of the strongest women that I know in general. I have a lot of memories about my mom, but there are definitely some cool ones that stand out more than others. First, we have to get into my mother's career, which is toxicology. In simpler terms, she fights for animal welfare and things like implementing organic farming as the main style of farming around the country. Not only has she been on shows like Dr. Oz and Good Morning America, but she's also done things like TED Talks for the general public. And some of her projects have been on things like arsenic on brown rice and false labeling on things like natural foods. I feel like my mom overall is just very inspiring because of this. And one of my best memories actually comes from where she works. So one time my mom actually came up to me and she was like, my name is Max. So she asked, Max, would you like to come up and speak at one of my conferences. I was around 6 to 7 years old, so I didn't really understand the magnitude of what she was asking me to do, so I just went ahead and said yes. Me and my mother actually flew to Kentucky after we had spent some weeks formulating on what I was actually going to say. We spent some time together while we were there, but then I actually went up and spoke in front of some Food and Drug Administration officials. If you don't know what the Food and Drug Administration is, they're pretty much the government associated people that formulate and watch over the food welfare and the drug welfare in the country in general. So I went and spoke in front of them. And after I talked in front of them, it was when I really realized the magnitude of what I was doing, and I actually found a newfound respect for my mother. If you think about her profession, there were many other things she could have done with her profession that would have actually made more money than what she's doing right now. But she decided to move for the more righteous cause, for the health of the people. And I feel like because of this, my mother is one of the most strongest people I know around, just for what she does for her job. And having a strong woman as a mother has shown me that even while being put down by people for what you're doing in the first place, just being put down and having people like oppressive men telling her to not do this job, to go away, to just leave what she loves doing, she thinks that you should just keep walking forward. And I respect her immensely for this, and this is why my mother is one of my most favorite people in the entire world.
Hey everyone, and welcome to this episode of Projects Love. We're doing our Mother's Day tribute, and I am here with my mom Mary and my godmother Becky. Everybody say hi.
Hi.
So with this episode, I wanted to ask you guys a couple of questions and just kind of give us your thoughts. Any special memories from our relationship? Mom, you want to go first?
Oh, I can't remember anything. There's so many.
Oh, well, I'll start because I have a favorite one. One of my favorite memories, and I think I have a picture of this, was when we lived on a house on Erie Street, and you had one of those K-Tel records, the albums that were like disco music, and I must have had my little camera out because you and Laura were doing the bump. She would bump you about in the kneecap, and you would bump her in the head.
Yes.
That was one of my favorite ones because it was just funny because that was something I always remembered growing up, is your love of music and all the albums that we had.
That was funny. Yeah, she was so short. I could hit her, and then she hits my knee, and then I'd hit her in the head with my hip. Yes, I remember.
Yep.
But one of my favorite memories with my mother is shopping. Mother loved to shop. And when the girls were small, what we do is on Saturday morning, we'd load up and I'd go pick up Mother, and we'd spend the whole day at the mall, and we'd eat in the mall, and they always had to have this old Sbarro pizza. And I could not stand it, you know. You didn't like it, but we always ate in the mall, and then about 3 or 4 o'clock, we'd head home, you know, and it was about 30 miles to the mall. And we'd get to talking, Mother and I. And one day I looked down, and I was going 80 miles an hour over the bridge in a 35-mile zone. And it was a 1-lane bridge. That's not very good.
Obviously made it because we're still alive today.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, I remember going to Ben Franklin's. You remember that?
Yes, in Stuttgart.
And Grandma would always let us get a bag of candy. And you always fussed at her, but we always got a bag of candy.
I know. And then on Easter, you got a chocolate rabbit.
I didn't get one this year.
I know.
Did you forget?
I forgot.
My card was empty.
It's kind of hard to send chocolate in the mail because it may be in the mail 2 weeks before it got to you, and it would be melted.
Well, my card was empty too. I could have went and bought one, but it didn't have anything in it.
Every time I send her a card, she expects money in it.
Naturally.
I look for it. Well, Becky, one of my favorite memories with you, even though we didn't see each other growing up much, was when Mama or Grandma would tell me that you and your family were coming to Aunt Deanie's. And when we lived on that little house on Low Street, there was a direct vision. And when I knew you were coming, I used to kind of go out in the yard and peek to see if you were there. I knew when you drove up. Sometimes I saw you get out of the car. But, we had to give you time to get in and get settled before we could come over there. But so I was always anxiously waiting for your visits. I mean, we could see your Mama and Uncle Vincent getting out of the car and Pat. We always saw you. But, we had to wait. Give you a little time to get relaxed before we could see you.
Oh, naturally. Oh, my gosh. That's crazy.
Happy Mother's Day, everyone. There are too many women out there that I would like to personally say Happy Mother's Day to, and I don't want to fall into that trap of speaking their names and forgetting even one for any reason. So I will just give a blanket Happy Mother's Day to all the ladies out there, whether you are physically a mother at this time and or you have nurtured someone or some people into that role, because being a mother is not something to take lightly, and it does not mean that you have had to actually given birth. And goodness forbid if you've given birth and that particular child is no longer with you. You are still a mother. And for that, I say Happy Mother's Day to you, especially if no one else tells you this year or any other year. And remember that you are not alone when it comes to being you. So Happy Mother's Day on behalf of aMotivating Love.